A conversation I seem to hear more often these days is this: I don't think marriage is for me. And this is not because people don't desire companionship or because they don't want to love or to be loved, but because they are afraid of choosing the wrong person, afraid of ending up in toxic relationship, and afraid of losing their peace, afraid because of what they've seen others go through. And honestly, I get it. I understand because we live in a time where broken relationships are constantly being publicized. Every day there seems to be another story of betrayal, another story of divorce, disappointment and heartbreak. And if we are not careful, we'll begin to view marriage from the lens of fear rather than from the lens of hope. As someone who has been married for 10 years by the grace of God, I want to share something from my heart. That is, marriage is not perfect, but marriage is not the enemy. Over the last decade, I have learned that marriage is not sustained by, grand romantic gestures. It is built in the ordinary moments, the conversations, the forgiveness, the patience, the choosing each other over and over again. I've learned that marriage does not just reveal your spouse, it also reveals who you are. It exposes your selfishness, it teaches humility, deepens commitment, it creates opportunities for growth that you never knew you needed. Has every day been easy? Of course not. Anything valuable requires effort. Friendship requires effort. Parenting requires effort. Building a career requires effort. So marriage is no different. But difficulty does not mean that something is bad. Sometimes it simply means that something is worth building. To every single person who is afraid of marriage, don't let someone else's painful experience become the prophecy over your future. Learn from people's mistakes. Yes. Be wise. Absolutely. Take your time, clearly, right? But don't allow fear to convince you that every marriage is destined to fail. There are still healthy marriages. There are still faithful husbands and faithful wives. There are still homes filled with laughter, filled with friendship, growth, and genuine love. And most importantly, there is still a God who guides his children. The goal is not to find the perfect person. The goal is to become the kind of person who follows God and to find someone who is committed to doing the same. God is more invested in your future than you are. The God who orders your steps knows how to lead you into the right season with the right person at the right time. So don't rush, don't settle, but don't be afraid either. Your future should not be shaped by fear. And when the time comes, may you have the courage to trust God more than the stories that once scared you. Because not every love story ends in heartbreak. I think I have to say that again. Not every love story ends in heartbreak. Some becomes a testimony of God's faithfulness one ordinary day at a time. So, stranger, I'm rooting for you. Marriage is still a blessing, and mine is one.